everybody. I'm going to show y'all how to make homemade biscuits from scratch today. Sorry for the lighting, it's not the best. It is what I got. So anyway, here we go. I hope y'all ready to get started. This is a recipe I found on Pinterest. This is my biscuits that I made. I'm going to show y'all how to make them. When we're done, I'll give you a copy of my recipe that we got there. We're going to start out with 2 cups of flour. It's a general all-purpose flour, just 2 cups, and a big old mixing bowl that you're going to need to mix it all in. So just dump in your flour. Alrighty. Next thing we're going to need is going to be 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So make sure that when you get your baking powder, you want it to be fresh. You don't want baking powder that's been sitting in your cabinet for a year or 2 because it's going to lose its potency and your biscuits aren't going to come out worth a flip. So make sure you get your fresh baking powder, 2 tablespoons. Just dump it right in there with your flour. Okay, next thing we're going to need is going to be some sugar. A little bit of sugar we're going to need. It calls for 1 scant tablespoon. So I got 1 little tablespoon of sugar there and I'm just dumping it in there. Okay, nothing fancy or elaborate. Next thing you're going to need to do is add a little bit of salt. And it's calling for a teaspoon of salt, okay? I'm going to use this pink Himalayan salt. That's kind of what I like. And we're just going to measure out about a teaspoon in here, so we just go ahead and grind them up until we get about a teaspoon of salt. Yeah, it looks about a teaspoon, so we'll go ahead and open them up, and let me see here. I can find me a teaspoon here, real handy. Okay, that's a half. Okay, we're gonna just do just a half a teaspoon at a time. So there's 1/2, and there's 2. Okay, so there's our teaspoon of salt. A little bit extra ain't gonna matter. What'd I do with that cat? There it is. Okay, so now we got that in there. So you're gonna preheat your oven to 425 degrees. So we'll step over here and get our oven set to 425. There we go, and start that to preheat and make sure there's nobody in there. All right. So you add your flour, your baking powder, your sugar, your salt, and a large mixing bowl. Okay. Once you get this, go ahead. You can do it one of 2 ways. Either use a food processor or use a big fork like this and mix it in by hand. But I'm a little bit lazy, so I'm going to use the food processor. And when you use your food processor, make sure you use the mixing blade for dough. You don't want to use a chopping blade, okay? Put your mixing blade in. Now, we're going to go ahead and add these ingredients right here into the food processor. Make sure it don't go everywhere. All right. Okay, now you got that in there. Now you need to cut in your butter. You're gonna take 5 tablespoons of cold butter. Okay, cut them into pats, little pieces, 5 tablespoons. Just dump them in there, scatter them around. Put them in your food processor just like so. Nothing fancy, okay? Put your lid on, lock them down. All right, now you got it like this. You're gonna have to put the butter in and pulse it for about 5 or 6 times, till it's, you'll see when it gets crumbly. So we'll go ahead and power it on. Oh, I guess I gotta plug it in, that helps. Yeah, we keep things unplugged around here. Saves on electricity. Power up and pulse it. Go ahead, pulse, 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 pulse. There it goes. Now we're gonna do this, like I said, until you get nice texture, nice crumbly texture. Without the feed. Okay, let's take a look at it and see how it's doing. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Shake off your excess flour there. You go ahead and take your blades out now. And then we're going to take this. As you can see, here's what you get. Okay? Go ahead and dump it back into your mixing bowl. Put him in the sink. Put him over here and unplug him. Alrighty. So now this is what you got. You got your flour looking just like this right here. Okay? Nice and crumbly looking. Alright, now after that, you're going to have to stir in your milk. I'm using whole milk. And I got my big fork. Okay? And we're going to put this milk in here. I kind of make a little pocket here in the center. This is where I like to get started. So you can see like that. Okay? And I just start mixing my milk in real slowly. Right in that little pocket. Okay? And just keep on stirring it up. Now you want to stir this dough up until you get a nice doughy consistency, all right? And you'll just kind of watch it here. This is what's going on. And you don't want to leave all the loose edges. And you don't got to stir it hard. You just kind of mix it all together. Make sure you get all that flour blended in. When you get done, there shouldn't be no loose flour laying in the pan. Okay, keep mixing it up. See how it's forming the dough now? Trying to do this so y'all can see what's happening here. All right, see, it's getting a nice texture to it. Look at there. Look at that. That's all. This is all there is to making these biscuits. Now it's not difficult, and these are better than you're gonna buy in the dadgum store. All right, now we got it all. Nice and consistency. All right, set it aside for a minute. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get us a cutting board. Nice big cutting board is what I use. And we put some flour on here. I don't know if you can see that flour on there, okay? Put me a little flour in here and kind of spread it out. Make a nice little place for the dough to sit in. Because you don't want the dough to stick to the cutting board. And you use a nice floured surface, it helps you work with it. So you go ahead and pull the dough off the fork. Make sure it's get your fork clean, go in the sink. And you got your dough, should be in a nice shape of a ball here. You don't want anything left in the pan any more than you want to, okay? Get your dough out, right in the flour. Okay, now we're done with the pan. Out of the sink. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and kind of roll the dough around, get a little bit of flour on there so it doesn't really stick to your hands too much. Okay? All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this dough into a ball, kind of like this, not too much. You don't want to do too much to it. Okay? All right. So we're just going to put him right here, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and then cover him up loosely with a towel, with a nice clean dish towel. I got a nice clean dish towel right here. Nothing fancy, just cover him up. Okay. Alrighty, so now, once you got it covered with the towel, we're gonna have to let it rest for a good 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 45 minutes. 45 minutes is probably better because it lets the dough rise a little more. I'm not using yeast. You don't need no yeast. Just go ahead and set this rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting out our biscuits. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and we'll get back to you in half an hour. Okay, y'all, it's been a good half hour. We're gonna get back to our biscuit making. Let me step over here right quick because I'm getting kind of thirsty. I've been waiting for half an hour makes somebody get thirsty, so hope y'all don't mind. But yeah, I'm gonna have one of my favorites here. Yeah, y'all see? Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah, that hits the spot. Okay, back to the biscuit making, folks. We're gonna go ahead and uncover our flour, our dough now. Go ahead and shake off any excess there, set him aside. Now what you want to do with this is you want to be kind of gentle with it. You don't want to overwork it. You don't want You don't want to, the more you work it, the tougher your biscuit's going to be. You don't want tough biscuits, okay? So we're going to just go ahead and get some flour on the hands here, okay? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put him in there, that's fine. Get our hands all kind of, get that flour in your hands. You don't want them sticking, okay? We're just going to pat this out, all right? I hope y'all can see what's going on here. I'm just kind of patting it down. You want it to be about 3/4 of an inch to half an inch thick. 3/4 is better. And you want to kind of pat this out into a rectangle shape as much as possible. You know, half inch, 3/4, somewhere in there. It ain't gotta be perfect. It ain't rocket science. Put some more flour on there. Keep it all nice and floury. Yeah, I like that. That's looking pretty good. Okay, once you get to this stage, all right, you're gonna want to get you a cookie sheet or a nice big pan that you want to bake on, and you want to set that down here. Now, the recipe calls for using parchment paper. Lord knows I've never owned parchment paper in my life, but I use aluminum foil, the non-stick type. Works perfect. But make sure you got the non-stick side up that you're gonna put your biscuits on. Works perfect. Unfortunately for me, I was out of non-stick foil today. All I had was regular foil, so what I did is I put my foil in, lined it out, and then I just sprayed it lightly with some no-stick cooking spray. Took my paper towel and dabbed it all, got all the excess oil off because I don't want my biscuits being oily. That's not gonna be a good thing. So hopefully like this, they're not gonna burn or stick. We're gonna go for broke. Next thing you're gonna need to do though is once you got your dough all flattened out, is you're gonna need your biscuit cutter. Now y'all can go to the Triple B store, you know, the Bed Bath and the Beyond place, and get you some fancy donut cutters, cookie cutters, biscuit cutter, whatever. Hell, I don't like to spend money any more than I have to, so I just did the next best thing. I made me a biscuit cutter, okay? And all I did was I took me a little old tomato sauce can. This is an 8-ounce tomato sauce can, okay? Nothing special about it. Well, when I made some spaghetti, I just kept the can. I went ahead and washed it up, took the labels off, cut the bottom out, and cut the top out. Now there's a trick to this, okay? Just so you know, all right? Yeah, I've got the electric can opener over here, which that's fine and dandy. But for doing this, where the heck is it? There it is. For making this, you're gonna need a can opener like this, okay? Just a regular old handheld can opener. Now most people, when they use a can opener, you know, they go stick it on the can on the side like this, okay? And then they cut it out. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, you're gonna do it eventually, but not right now. Don't do that first, okay? If you look at the can, all right, I'm gonna show you this, and then we'll get back to the biscuit making. If you look at your can, you got a steel rim on each end, top and bottom, right? All right, if you notice, to make the cookie cutter, there ain't no steel rim on that bottom, but there is on the top because you don't want to cut your hands when you're cutting out your biscuits. So what you do is you take this handheld cutter, and if you look at it real close, you can see it's got this tab right here on the top, okay? You're gonna put that tab in the center of your can, like this, pointing down, to where you're catching the lip with that blade edge like this, okay? This is how you want it, flat. So you set your can down flat on the surface, set this flat on there with that tab, dead center of your can, and then you go ahead and crimp down on your can. By doing this, you're gonna go ahead and cut out your can. Go ahead and just cut it all the way out. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna take that top off, and it's gonna leave you a nice clean edge like this, okay? With no more lid on it, no ring. So you got a nice sharp edge right there. Be careful, don't cut yourself, all right? Then, once you do that, then take your can after you get it all clean, take it over and use your electric can opener, or you can use this one again, and then you're gonna do it this way. Then you're gonna cut it from the sideways and cut out that center so you have a way to put your finger through there and push your biscuits out if they get stuck. All right, now this is what you wind up with. And I promise you, this works great. It's perfect. Perfect size, makes perfect biscuits. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get your sharp edge, and make sure you kind of keep them straight. Get in here and get your little flour around the edges like this. Just put it in there. And then we're going to start cutting out our biscuits. So you just put it on there and press down firmly. Don't twist like this. That's not what you want to do. What you want to press down firmly, pull it out. All right? Then what you got, look at this. Look at this beautiful biscuit right here. Nice and thick, nice and round. Set them on the cookie sheet. And you're going to do this repeatedly. You want to get close to the edges, okay? And use up as much of that dough as you can, okay? Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, then we're going to go here and we're just going to keep doing this. And we're just going to keep cutting out our biscuits, okay? See, all you got to do is just press firmly and it comes right out. They're beautiful. Go right in the center here, cut out another one. Look at that, look at that. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Okay, put it down there. Keep on going. Cut them all out. Just give it a good push, and there you go. This is not hard, folks. This is not hard, and these are the best biscuits, I promise you. Cut them out, put them on the pan. Look at this. Leave a good little, about an inch or so gap. I really hate using that oil. That's just not how I normally do this, but for now, it's just gonna have to do, okay? Because I really don't want them to stick to the foil. Go ahead and put your biscuits in there. Just cut them out. This is all we're doing. Look at this. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see how easy this is? Oh my God, these biscuits are so good. Okay, now we've cut them all out, right? And you say, oh, what am I gonna do with this leftover dough? Well, guess what? Take this dough, make it into another ball. Try not to work it too hard, all right? You don't really want to work it too much. All right? Once you get it done, just kind of fold it over, flatten them out, okay? Do the same thing. Pat it out. Just pat it out, okay? And turn it over. Make sure that there's no edges that's gonna pop apart. You want them a nice solid dough ball there, and you're gonna just kind of pat it out to where you can cut out some more biscuits. Okay, here we go. Push and boom, there's another beautiful biscuit. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? This is all you get. This is what you get. Pop him on the pan. Look, here we got room for another one, okay? Just push. That's all you gotta do. Look at that. Look how beautiful these are. I just can't get over it. This is so easy. All right, now we got a little piece of dough left. Same thing. Just kind of work him. Work him into a little piece of dough about the size of a biscuit. Now, here's the thing, folks. You got this little piece left right here. You just keep working it until you may have to put a little flour there, okay? Don't want to work him too much because then it's going to get tough. But you just kind of get him to about the right size of a biscuit like this. Look! Yeah, I like this. I have so much fun doing this. All right, there we go. This I just made by hand the last biscuit, okay? We're gonna put him on the sheet and there we go. Now, this is our biscuits. Look at that, look at that. Okay, now we're gonna pop them into the oven. All righty, getting too old for all this stuff. All right, now we're gonna bake them at 400 and what I say earlier, 425. We're gonna bake them for about 15 minutes. Oh wait, I forgot. My goodness, I'm getting ahead of myself. Look here, take them biscuits back out. Don't do it, you gotta butter them. I forgot, I'm getting ahead of myself. Gotta put a little butter on there. Okay, what I got here, I got a couple pieces, maybe a tablespoon or two of butter. Got me a little basting brush. Check it out, butter all melted in there, yeah. Okay, just get you some butter on there and baste the tops of them with the butter. Just like so. Yeah, you want that nice hot melted butter all over them. All right. Don't be scared to put it on there. You know, don't be scared. You got a little bit of butter on the top there, that's fine. It's all good. A little bit of cooked bacon in there. Oh, that's just more flavor. Yeah, just put it on there, just like that. Make sure you get plenty of butter on there. You just want them to have that nice buttery tops. I almost forgot about that, folks. That's probably the most important part. Brush them off to make sure you get them nice and clean. Look at this. Oh my God. And my honey over there, she just loves these biscuits. And that's what inspired me to do that. This is what inspired me to make this video for y'all today, because she's wanting some biscuits and gravy, homemade biscuits and gravy today. So here we go. Okay, now I can go ahead and try this again. I'm gonna show it to you now. I got them all basted, all nice and basted with butter on top. Now I put them back in the oven. There we go. Instead of getting ahead of myself. Like I said, about 15 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and bake them. Just kind of keep an eye on them so they don't burn. Pardon me. And when you get done, you're gonna have some wonderful, wonderful biscuits. I promise you. And here's to you. And if you want, I'll come back in 15 minutes and show you the finished product. Here's to you. Okay, everybody, we're back. My biscuits smell like they're starting to burn, so I'm going to pull them out of this oven real quick. That's the problem using that oil. And this is what we got, folks. Look at these biscuits. Oh my God. All right, now the trick is to get them off of this pan. So get your plate and get them off the pan. Get them off the pan. Got to get them off that heat, folks. Oh my God, these biscuits. Okay, set the pan aside. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you homemade biscuits from scratch. Look at this. Look at these. Oh my God. These are awesome. So anyway, if you'd like, let me grab one here. Yeah, I hated using that oil because the bottom's got a little crispy from the oil. Don't use the oil, folks. Make sure you use just plain dry non-stick aluminum foil with the non-stick side up, and this won't happen. This is what I get for trying to be cheap and not go buy some new foil. But in the process, let me show you what we got here. Watch this. Oh my God, look at these. Look at that. These are the best damn biscuits you're ever gonna eat. They're the best thing you're ever gonna sink your teeth into, I promise. Folks, here's to you. I hope you enjoyed this. And if y'all like it, please click on here and let me know you like it. And if you like, I'll share some other videos with you. Until then, bon appetit and enjoy. See ya.